Hey, you know what's going on outside my hotel room door right now?
A robot lawnmower.
The robot vacuum. They're using that on every floor right now in this new hotel I've not stayed in until now.
Oh my
It's a nice
gosh.
hotel, don't get me wrong.
It's
But
gotta be. It's
if you just
futuristic.
if you just hand vacuum this hallway, it'd be done in like 4 minutes. Wah, 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 you're done. Instead, I hear this vacuum from one end of the hotel floor to the other. It is slowly doing its job.
Is it banging against the walls too? Is like
No, it
the
doesn't.
room?
It doesn't.
Oh,
It's Aruba. It remembers. Like it knows. Like hey, it's scanning. I actually went out and looked at it. It's a pretty cool unit, but it is like taking 2 hours to do what was previously a 20-minute midday noise.
years ago, I got a Roomba for the house, and I thought I'll let this thing figure its way around the house in the middle of the night while we're sleeping.
Bad idea.
Huge mistake. Oh my! Do you know how these things work? You know how
Oh, I do. I
they
do. You know what I
plot.
named mine? Yeah,
What?
I
What'd you
named
name it?
mine Helen Keller because if you move the furniture, it screws it up. It walks into it.
Hey, that's how it learns its way. It bangs into everything, and then it records where it banged into, so it doesn't do that again. But the first night, it just all night long. Oh, so you've got that in your hotel.
First time I've ever seen that in all my years of flying and
Uh,
hoteling.
wow. Well, that's exciting though. You're like pretty soon they won't have housekeeping staff. My daughter, we were at the checkout line the other day, and you're like, do they not have anybody working the cash registers anymore? I said, nope. Saves them money in the long run.
I don't think they have hotel staff now, or at least I think 2020 really shook this all up, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't staying in hotels that year.
Oh, I sure was. I was doing a ton of. We were busier than we ever were in cargo.
Sure, I'll bet you were.
Gosh, the hotel quality went down, the availability went down, the price went up. It just it's embarrassing. I mean,
Yeah,
it's business, right? Business in America, that's just how we do it. Right? Squeeze the profit.
for sure. That's our business. Hey, we're cats on guard. My name is MC Howe. I'm your co-captain.
Oh, and I'm co-captain Richard Million.
Gotcha. Welcome. This is the podcast where we are opening the flight deck door, revealing all kinds of secrets from the world of aviation. Today, it sounds like Captain Million is not happy with his hotel.
I'm very rarely happy with my hotel, so maybe I'm just a grump. Well, let's talk about the things hotels do to
Sure.
us or to the customer that grind our gears.
Do you think that that is really something that we keep track of? Hotel
100%. This is
hotel
part of our life.
grievances?
It's part of our life.
100% it is. Oh my gosh. Half of our life at least, right?
Even our listeners at home that aren't in aviation, if you're in like a business environment or you do any sort of like traveling, like you probably feel this in your bones when I tell you that that little plastic bag around the remote is not sanitized.
Wait, what?
You
But
get the
it's
plastic bag on the remote?
yeah, I know the one. It says right on it, sanitized for your safety.
No, no, no,
It's
no,
written
no.
there.
No, they put I don't even know if they changed that bag. I don't know how many people held that bag. I doubt they change it every time.
Don't you just
I
use the bag? You just use the
I
remote
remove it
in the
from the bag
bag?
because I trust the bag. I trust the remote more than the bag around it.
Oh, that's like those people that were putting on the sanitized gloves, the latex gloves to touch all your food while they're making it, while they're touching everything else with those gloves.
You have the cash register, the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom with it. Touch some doorknobs, right?
Right.
Oh my gosh. Any germaphobes out there? Oh my gosh. Write us in catsonguard@gmail.com. Let us know. We're gonna go over some stuff. If we miss anything, write in. We can do a part two with all the write-ins. Let's do this.
I find it helps to not even think about that stuff. Like, are you doing bed bug checks every time you get to a
I
room?
do not. I
No,
have never. I think
no.
okay, maybe a handful of times I've done a bed bug check when I feel sketchy.
Yeah,
I usually give them the benefit of the doubt.
I've never done that, but the stray occasional hair in the bathtub or uh, just somewhere.
Yeah, I can't expect them to be perfect, but when there's like gross negligence evidence, then I'm like, this definitely wasn't cleaned other than the sheets and the pillows. Hopefully.
Here's a question. I always have this question because we check into these rooms as crew members at all hours of the day. It's not, we don't adhere to the hotel check in after 4 o'clock policy. They make special arrangements for us. And every time I get to the room, it's ready for me. Usually, once I enter that room, the bed is made, the linens are in place, and the bathroom appears clean. And here's the thing that I don't understand: the shower is always dry. So if a crew member checks out that morning and they got to quick turn that room around, are they cleaning that bathroom to the point where they're scrubbing it down, they're using scrubbing bubbles and rinsing it off? How is it dry if I get in there an hour later?
All right, this is going to sound gross, but my guess is that they use your floor towels to wipe it dry
Yeah,
with your dirty towel.
sure.
Because
My dirty.
why waste a clean towel to dry it
Hmm.
all out?
For sure.
And then hopefully they spray something on it. But I doubt it because I never smell cleaning material
That's
when I go into
true.
those
No,
bathrooms.
I never do either.
I think it's just like get the hair and the liquid out of here so it looks like it hasn't been used.
Well, it does. It
If
does
I
look
was
like
a
it.
yeah, it does. And it's a shower, right? Like what do you it's where you clean yourself, hopefully.
Sure, shower
And
self-cleaning.
plenty of other debauchery that goes on in those showers. I don't want to think about it when I'm using it. Oh my gosh, so I got to tell you about this one. And this isn't really a gripe so much as a I'm impressed. Is it was one of those big mirrors above the kitchen. So the kitchen, or sorry, not the kitchen, the bathroom sink in a hotel room. It was a nice hotel. Um, had like a mirror that extended from like where the faucet was all the way to the ceiling.
Okay, floor to
So big
ceiling mirror.
mirror, right?
Big
Big
mirror.
mirror. And it's a clean room, but I look and the way the light was reflecting, I can see two palm prints at about a 45-degree angle spread out about 4 feet from each other.
Hmm.
And they're very high up on the mirror.
Think someone was being frisked?
Wrist, let's go with that. Yeah. And and I'm thinking if their hands
Turn
were spread
around, hands on
apart,
the wall,
well
spread them.
high above their head, pressed
Mhm.
onto the mirror in one clean press, and then never placed back on that mirror again,
Yeah, I'm sure that that was a thorough search that that officer
a
performed.
hotel bathroom search was definitely conducted in that bathroom sometime. And you know what I thought? And I started doing like some investigator thought. I started thinking to myself, I'm impressed because like that had to have been a tall person to reach that high, or
Yeah.
they were pretty much like pivoting their body on the countertop to begin with to reach that high. Like I'm 5'7" and I can't reach that. So maybe they were already up on the counter. I don't know. But obviously housekeeping A didn't see it, and then B, if they could, they probably couldn't reach it
Maybe that was housekeeping's handprints. Maybe they were up there and just, bracing themselves while they cleaned that mirror.
with two hands.
One hand at a
What were
time.
they cleaning with? Their mouth?
One hand at a time.
One hand at a time. Okay, yeah. So you could put that picture together. Yeah, pretty high up on. And you know what I've started doing since I found that? I've started looking high up. I've started looking high up on all of the glass in the mirror, the shower sliding door, the bathroom mirror, the glass on your big. Sometimes they have like the floor to ceiling glass hotel room,
Huh?
right? I
Yeah.
start looking high. Oh, I'm finding them everywhere, man.
Jeez.
It's a
You gotta
popular
stop
thing
looking.
to
I
get
tell you,
searched in a hotel room.
you look for things, you'll find them.
Oh
Do
gosh,
you
and
want to find all
sanitize
these
for your
things?
safety, right?
That's right.
Little card next to it.
Well, the only thing I know that goes on in a hotel room is that I sleep there and I watch some TV occasionally.
That's all. Are you sure?
Sometimes we podcast.
Okay, yeah, come on, we do that.
Well, I will find that some of these hotels are lacking in some things that I wish that they would improve, and some things that have gone away over the years. Like, when's the last time you had a room with a clock? Yeah, I see you looking around.
Oh my,
No
you are
clock.
so correct.
No clock, right?
Okay, here. Okay, maybe you're old school. I have like 7 devices that have the time on it.
And that's why you don't have one in a hotel
One,
room anymore.
two, let me
I know.
count these.
I
One,
get
two,
it.
three, four, five, six. I have 7 devices, but lithium powered, battery
Sure.
powered devices that are telling me what time it is. So I
But
don't need a
it
clock.
but those clocks all existed. At
But
one
they were all
point.
wrong anyway. What was the
Well,
point?
that's true. That
When's the
is
last time
true.
you had one with the correct time or didn't have a stupid alarm set at some random ass time?
I did recently have a clock, and it did wake me up in the middle of the night. Yeah. That was horrible.
See, that's why I'm like, it's not even worth it. I think everyone's kind of the majority of people have had enough of this, and it's gotten consensus voted off the island.
But you know what else they've taken away is shampoos, the little bottles,
Okay, the little bottles, I understand. I think that's the only thing that's truly more green about our Go Green initiative in the hotels. The rest of their Go Green initiative is money saving under the guise of saving the environment.
because now instead of the little bottles, they have the big ones mounted on the shower wall.
Where
So
you pump it.
and everybody's using the same one.
here's my problem with those. At least make the labels big enough for me at 5 in the morning to like have opened my eyes for the first time and read. I don't know how many times I've been putting like what do you call this body scrub or something in my hair
Sure.
and not shampoo, or you start with the conditioner. You're like, that's not right.
Or just
Oh,
as a glasses wearer, because I don't wear my glasses in the shower, and
yeah.
yeah, I'm squinting to see which one it is all the
Well,
time.
there's small text, it's dull text, or they don't pay attention to the bottle when they reload it and they load it backwards. So like you're looking at the barcode and the place it was manufactured instead of is this shampoo or not?
Yes,
Come
yes.
on, people.
Can you smell it? Is there a sniff test that tells the difference? Probably
No,
not.
it's a consistency test. Conditioner is usually like thick and white, like a translucent material, and shampoo is typically transparent.
But you have to put them on in the right order or they don't work.
I don't know. I'm
You
not a hair
can't
care specialist.
condition your hair before you shampoo it.
Okay, listen, I'm a in one guy. I don't know, you marketing specialists at home have heard about this a million times. Men will always go for the in ones.
Mm.
2 in 1, 3 in 1, 4 in 1. If they made a
Oh,
6
sure,
in
sure.
1 toothpaste combination, body scrub, shampoo, conditioner, foot massager, we would buy the 5 in 1 and have one bottle in our bathroom.
Well, those of us with long tresses, we need to take extra special care of our locks, and, so
Mhm.
very, unique combination that
So
has to be done
that's
in a
actually
specific order.
that's a male female thing. I don't know. I looked this up online once. Like females do not want the in ones, and the majority of them. I can't say I speak for everybody, but like they want a specific conditioner and a
You
specific hair and a specific.
you went online specifically to look that up?
It was on a thread. It was almost it was like a comedy show that led me to it, where they were like, if I could use toothpaste to wash my hair, I would, right? And then I was like, I've got to look into this because I agree with this guy, and everyone I talked to has ever agreed with this notion
You know,
of in ones.
it's interesting you said I had a brother once when he was in college, he wouldn't buy bar soap. He would just wash his entire body with shampoo.
Yeah, yeah. There was a comedian that went over this. He's like, whatever comes off the hair gets like re-rubbed on the way down and covers the rest of you.
Well, he did it for because he was a poor college student, so that year for Christmas, I got him a 12-pack of soap.
Jeez,
Yeah,
give him the shampoo he needs.
yeah, he doesn't need it anymore.
He's still using those 12 bars 20 years later.
I'm just saying. He doesn't have anything left to shampoo is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's true. All right, so they removed the clocks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have as much of a gripe about that as you do. But guess what that opened up? A free outlet.
Well, okay, except that the clock that used to be on the really nice, adequately sized nightstand for
Yeah,
all your other stuff, like your phone and your watch and your now the world of iPads and stuff. Now that big nightstand is not
a
so
little
big,
bit.
it's
It's a little
tiny.
nightstand. You're right.
And the few rooms that still have a hotel phone, and I think most of them still have a phone, they put that phone on that tiny nightstand. So
I did.
good
I so
yeah.
yeah.
So good
I'm
luck
looking at mine
finding
right
that
now.
outlet that will fit all that stuff on that nightstand.
No, no, no. So, okay, I maybe I'm just getting lucky with my hotels. They're using the outlet that used to have the clock in it that's like below the nightstand, like down low,
Well, yeah, you
and
gotta go
they're
hunting
running a
for it.
cord. Well, they're running a cord into the nightstands I've been getting lately, which have been really convenient. Have like a myriad of ports in the nightstand.
Yeah, but do they all work?
Yes.
Oh, you're
Okay,
lucky.
here's the trick. Take the brick. Don't just expect the USB ports are shot almost
No,
everywhere.
I never do the USB ports, but the brick sometimes plugs like, sometimes there's a lamp with an outlet built into it, and that's the only one conveniently located. Doesn't work.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Report it to the front desk. They got 100 of them in the
They don't
maintenance room.
care.
Just
They
give
don't
them a
listen
call.
to me.
Speaking of calling the front desk, I do have a phone in my tiny little nightstand in this room, and the phone is so tiny and convenient. I was like, this is great. This is what we've needed all this time. It's not that big base with that giant handset on it. It's a little bitty phone handset and like on a little holder that looks like something you put your phone in to charge. And when you pick the little handset up, it's got the buttons on the inside, and there's practically nothing to it. So it's very, very minimalist.
That sounds groovy, but who are you calling on that phone when you already have one in your pocket?
I've called the front desk. Well, because I don't want to call and push 1 and 3, whatever. This is the only direct way to the front desk. It's already wired into the system here. That's how I talk to the front desk.
Alright, alright.
So they screwed up my like billing with the room. Somebody else's name was on my TV, and if you go to a Marriott, like your name's on the TV,
Yeah, that's fun. That makes me
and
feel special.
well, I'm like, can I just order movies then and make this person pay for it, or because it's saying like hello Jonathan, and I'm not Jonathan. So, um, what's going on? So I called him yesterday. Oh yeah, yeah, we fixed it in the computer. Give it a few minutes to update. So this morning I woke up, turned the TV on. Hello, Jonathan. I'm like, I'm not Jonathan. Like,
Just be
whose room is
Jonathan.
this?
Just be Jonathan.
I could, but I know that like I want my points. I want my receipt to come to the right place. Like I want to know that maybe Jonathan's in my room ordering up a bunch of room service. I don't
Well,
know.
in that case, I live next door to a guy that called me Dwayne for 6 months.
And you let it happen. That's
Well,
hilarious.
I didn't realize it was happening. Actually, he called me Dwayne for 2 years. I didn't realize it was happening until about 6 months went by, and then I heard him say it. I said, "Oh my god, he's been saying this the whole time, and I've been answering to it." So at that point, I just had to become Dwayne, and so I was Dwayne the entire time I lived next to that
Oh
guy.
my gosh, that's amazing. You have an
Yeah,
alias.
so there you go. Be
Oh, so
Jonathan.
yeah, I'll be Jonathan. That's fine. Hey, so tell me about this. We got we got the charger issue figured out. But are you a both nightstands guy? Like, do you occupy both sides of the
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm a one side of the bed guy. So the nightstand on that side it's a tricky maneuver too because you want to be perfectly aligned with the TV if you can. You want to have quick access to the restroom without having to go around too many things. But you also want to avoid the phone if possible because it does take up a lot of space
same
on
space?
that.
But sometimes only one side nightstand has like the charger. You ever been on
I
that
know.
where like one
Oh
side's
yeah.
just in nothing and the other
And
side
sometimes
has
it's
the
the wrong side. And so
and
you
then you're
have to,
stuck with it.
yeah,
'Cause if you want a charger, I have one 10-foot charging cable like rolled up in my bag
smart.
in
Yeah.
case I get stuck with the I want my phone like easily reachable to shut the alarm off and things like
Yes.
that or answer in the
Yes.
middle of the night. Yeah, so I have one like extended cord in my bag because sometimes the outlets don't make sense with the bed situation.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I totally get it. It's and every night it's different. Which side am I gonna be on? And then, you have to consider also, will the curtain close all the way, or is there going to be a line, a beam of light shining right on
Yeah.
your eyeballs?
Everything from our travel hacks list of hotel room
Yeah.
OCD or whatever that episode was called.
But I
Oh
tell
my
you what
gosh.
what frustrates me the most is that a lot of these hotels and I really wanna say these hotel names, I really want to.
I don't know.
Oh, I have so many because I have some that I really wanna complain. I wanna step outside my character for a minute and complain if anybody would accept that that was
Let
out.
them have it. We'll field the hate mail later.
Okay, here it comes. AC Hotels, my least favorite hotel brand.
Why?
AC Hotels, the rooms are designed in such a way they're very minimalist now. They've taken away a lot of things.
European.
Yeah, I'm not. And so I want my big American room with a seat that's not a bed. I wanna be able to sit down. Um, I want to be okay, I see you've got one. Nice. Yeah.
I'm in an AC.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You are.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I've got a
wish
couch, a table, an office. Maybe you're staying in the wrong ACs, man.
I
They got a
clearly
really
am.
nice fridge.
Alright, but let me ask you this question. What shape is the toilet?
I hate that square
It's a
toilet.
square toilet.
It's weird. It like splashes. Okay, this is a man problem, but it splashes back at you.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with you on the toilet part. Give me some more AC because
Who's
we can
got a
compare this to
square
my.
ass? That's what I
Actually,
wanna
okay. I'll tell you what's really comfortable sitting at a 45-degree to it. No, try it. It's cool because then it like extends the point out between your thighs, and you have extra catching room
Jesus.
for
Oh, for crying out
one and
loud.
two at the same time. Hey,
Okay.
I'm an optimist, man. I'm trying to look for
Yeah.
the bright side here.
Alright,
No,
maybe I'll
I'm having a
remember
good
that.
time at this AC. But
Uh,
hey,
okay, hey,
the
question.
fridge though,
Yeah.
I gotta pump them up. The fridge and the ACs, AC I think is by Marriott, and they have this like rapid cool button that none of the hotel fridges have. Take a look next time. So like you have your room temperature water bottle in your backpack or your bag. It's usually set to like 40 something, but you can put stuff in and hit the rapid cool. And it's been at every AC I've been at the last
I've
few
never
years.
noticed it. Normally, there's a water bottle or 2 in the fridge already, which I do like. I give AC credit for that.
And
Um,
the hydration station for
if that's what it's
AC,
yeah, is that what it's
there's
called?
there's a water bottle like purified filler and an ice machine in every floor.
No,
That's
I'm
the type of
talking
thing.
in the little water chiller
Yeah,
fridge that you're talking about in the room
yeah.
where I stay, there's usually a water bottle
I
2
have
water
two
bottles.
cans of water. Canned
Canned
water is the weirdest
canned
thing
water.
I know it's the weirdest thing I've ever
Oh,
done.
see,
It
what are
felt
they
so
doing?
weird to crack a can.
Is
right?
that
And then just have a
European too?
sip of water. I don't know, maybe
Well, okay, going on the water theme. Does your shower in your AC hotel bathroom have a door or curtain?
door.
Is it
It's a sliding glass plate,
it slides all the way?
halfway.
Halfway. Does it
Half of it's
so
fixed, half is flat.
all
Like
right,
it rolls across the rollers.
I have stayed, and this is not an AC exclusive gripe, but I have stayed in a number of hotels where there's no shower door or only half a shower door.
Oh, that one. I know what you're talking about, and I can't stand it because it like you gonna splash. Everything's gonna be wet. Why are we doing this?
How much mopping do you think goes on in that place on a daily basis?
No, you yourself do it because you don't want to slip on your way out the door. They
Well,
just
no,
expect you to clean up your own
I
mess.
lay every towel on the floor before I get in that shower because I know it's
It's
gonna need some
hilarious.
that's what I have
Oh,
to do.
speaking of which, I also put every towel on the floor, and maybe I'll be people will look lowly of me and not appreciate this, but I don't want the chance of my towels being like used by somebody else for their sake. So I make sure they all look dirty so they all get washed.
Well, if you don't touch a towel, you just leave it folded up, you think that there's
They 100% will leave that towel on the shelf. It is part of their green initiative at every hotel chain that if it's hanging up, we
that's
won't wash it. If
that's why I
it's
do it. No, I'm not talking hanging up. I'm talking about folded up in its place, beautiful, straight out of the
on the
showroom
shelf
floor.
or on
Yeah.
yeah. No, I push them all onto the floor and
All of
scramble
them.
them up.
No, I
Yes.
don't do that. I don't do
They
that.
listen, I paid you to wash some stuff at the end of this thing for the next
Save the
person
earth.
paid you.
Save
That's
the
not
earth.
saving the earth. Saving the earth would be like, I don't know, stop throwing out like this recycling can and this regular can. Do you think those go into separate bags in the hallway?
I don't know. Well, I will
They
say that
don't. They don't. Here's the
when
truth. They
I'm in
don't.
a doorless shower, I'm using every towel, that's for sure, because, honestly,
Because you
who
have
designed
to.
this shower too? It had to have been a person who has never taken a shower before. It just does just because it's cold air swirling all around you, it's water going
Yes, you're right. The
everywhere.
temperature
It's
exchange. Oh, it's
horrible.
usually a little hot zone when there's a yeah. Okay.
Holy
All right.
son of a
If you're gonna do shower curtains, they gotta have the little magnets on the bottom. I
it
can't
helps.
I can't handle this
Mhm.
blowing in the wind fabric that like it's like letting in the like you said, the cold air draft, right? I need it to magnet to the wall so it can like makes like an airtight chamber for me to boil in, right?
Yeah, and that's and they really blow around too, and a lot of these showers have, like, fire hose power. Some of them have no power at all.
Gosh, those are the worst too. Oh, where it's like trickling water on you. I'm like, I can make a shower out of
Good
this.
luck getting the shampoo out of your hair that day. You'd be like on
Hey,
Seinfeld.
this kind of sounds like a Seinfeld episode. Hey, toilet paper, top or bottom?
Ah.
Coming over the top?
Yeah.
I'm a hang out the bottom guy.
What?
Yeah.
How does one become that person?
Because you pull down anyway, and then when I go to rip it, I pull up and across.
Yeah,
Like I
but
rip
if it
up and across.
yeah, but if it's not where you need it, you have to go hunting for it.
I have to go hunting for it
You
upwards
have to
too.
spin it and spin it until you find it, and then it starts rolling away from you down toward the floor.
Boy, you're right. Oh
No,
my
over the
gosh.
top is
It's
the only way to go.
it's like a trim runaway from the
Yeah.
airplane, but just like on
No,
your toilet
you
paper
can't.
roll.
You can't live like that. Come on.
So here's
Gotta
how I fix the runaway on the toilet paper. We have Costco toilet paper. This is pretty nice toilet paper, right? In our house. So my kids will like give it a pull and it'll just brrrr, and just I'll see like a pile on the floor, right? So I give the roll a squeeze before I mount it, where it puts a light crease in the cardboard part of the toilet paper roll.
light crease.
Like I don't want it to be flat and shaped like a football after I squish that roll together, but I do want there to be something like some sort of interference in a perfect circle inside that, so that if it does start to run away, it usually stops next time it catches the lip
You wanna
of
hear
and
something horrible?
sure.
We, for many years, also used the Costco toilet paper, which shout out to Costco. It's been several episodes since we brought them up.
They
I'm glad
sponsor us. No, they don't,
yeah,
but you
I'm
should.
glad. My wife decided, on a different toilet paper brand, and it gets shipped to us. I don't know from where. I don't know where she's buying this, but every roll is football shaped. Like, I don't know that they're manufacturing it less it gets crushed somehow in shipping, and every roll and when you pull it, it makes this
Yeah, that's what you
everybody in
want.
the
So it
house
doesn't
no, it's not what you because everybody in the house knows what you're doing at that moment.
settle down. Settle down. Well, you just went off the rails there about toilet paper for a minute. That was
You
cool.
And they
We
go
found
not off the rail, off the what do you call it?
off the roll, off the toilet paper
I
roll.
bought this house 3 years ago, and there was no toilet paper holders in the house. That's
That's a lot of money to
2
spend.
2 houses in a row that I bought from somebody that didn't have a toilet paper roller.
My gosh, you are red in the face right now. This is a hot topic for you. Toilet paper,
Where are you
MC
getting
Howe
it?
and toilet paper,
How
they're
are you
very passionate.
accessing it? What is wrong with these people?
I don't know, but you know what else? Speaking of, now I have a couple of these in my house, I got to admit, it's a pain in the butt, but they do them in hotels too. The problem with the hotel toilet paper is it's weak, and
Can be.
in most cases. And then they give you that open-ended toilet paper dispenser where if you, like, pull, it just runs itself off the end and falls on the floor, then
Oh, yeah.
unrolls itself under the
Yeah, yeah,
kitchen
yeah, yeah.
sink, and it's gross under the not the kitchen sink, the bathrooms. It's gross under there. They don't mop under there.
And a lot of those whole dispensers are loose on the wall, so they
They
pivot.
are.
You pull on it and it moves, and the more you pull it, the more it moves.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, and then I'm always worried they're gonna pin me for the damage to the room. And I'm like, "It was like that when I got here, but, like, it's 11 at night, I don't have time to go talk to the front desk about the toilet paper
Or
holder."
change rooms at that point, right?
No, I'm not doing
You're
that, not for
you're
toilet
all
paper.
ready, you're all ready to go, you got your jammies on, your teeth are brushed, and that's when you discover the problems.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, or after a oversized serving of buffalo wings.
Alright. You know what another
Oh,
problem
boy.
with some of these rooms are? And it's a hotel, it's the AC and a few other chains, are the lights. They have rigged the lights in such a way
Automatic.
they're not even just on, they're just always on, some of them, or they're never on. I think some of them have a master power switch somewhere next to the front door, and it's like lights all on or lights all off, and it's like and some of them have these
That's a European thing, I think.
yeah, yes. There's a sensor that you trip when you walk by, like, there's a hotel or 2 where I'll get up in the middle of the night and I walk past it, and then all the lights come on. Like, it's you're just killing me at this point. I need dark to do what I'm doing. I've had to crawl under, vanities and under cabinets to unplug these things so this doesn't happen. Does
Hmm.
that happen?
I
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard of people carrying Post-it notes in their bag to cover the motion sensors.
Oh, yeah, these are probably the
Um,
same people that put the in-op sticker on their, uh, iPad camera lens. Have you seen these people?
is that a conspiracy theory that the company is watching you work?
You know, it's either the company or the government, I don't know, but, like, if it's first of all, if it's the government, what are you doing that you're so concerned that the
They
government
wanna see me
is
browse
watching,
Facebook reels about junior hockey
right?
and
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 fishing.
think about it, the company think about all of the issues that we have with these airline companies, just getting us in the right place every now and then. Get into a hotel, and we don't have a reservation. You think the company can pull this off and watch you? Come on. But, no, I've never heard about putting Post-it notes on the, because then you gotta travel with
Yeah.
Post-it notes.
No, I keep Post-it notes in there, and actually, I use them quite oftenly. Like, I'll be doing, like, a little thing for, I don't know, setting things up back home, and I'll start drawing out a grid. Like, "Hey, well, who's
Yeah,
got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Like, who's got the kids or whatever?" Like, making sure I don't overuse my help.
sure.
I know that my bathroom here has a motion sensor, which I appreciated in the middle of the night because I barely make it from the bed to the bathroom without kicking my pinky on something, my pinky
Sure,
toe.
sure.
And then as soon as I walk in, I start, like, waving my hand, like, "Turn on light. Come on, light." 'Cause I don't even know where the switch is. I just know it keeps coming on when I walk in.
How about the rooms that have a switch on the outside of the bathroom?
Terrible idea.
Terrible day and the doors that open out. You ever
Like,
bring a
into the hall, yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, who thought of that?
You ever bring a guest with you? Like, you ever bring your lady wife with you on the road on a trip? She's laying in bed, you have to get up
My
to go.
lady or my wife? Which one?
Either one. Somebody.
Ah,
Somebody. Somebody is laying in the bed sleeping, you have to get up to go, and you have to not only open the bathroom door to the outside, you have to flip the switch, which is out the on the outside, so the light has no chance to prevent from waking that woman up.
can't do it discreetly, that's right. Yeah.
Why are
Well,
they designing rooms like this?
I don't know, and I don't know, maybe it's the age of the hotel.
I think it's the newer rooms that are doing this.
Yeah.
There some of them that they're taking away the closet space. They'll just put
Hmm.
a they'll put a little bureau in, or they'll squeeze, I gotta do this. I'm gonna post this picture. I had a room in Austin, Texas, where you are right now.
Nice.
Um, I don't think it was an AC. Doesn't I can see your room. Your room is not made out of concrete like this room I was in.
Probably not.
Uh, Bathroom, floor to ceiling window right next to the toilet, looking out over the
Oh,
city.
oh, that sounds amazing.
It's
Actually, it's
an
very
amazing
peaceful.
view from both sides. Yeah.
I'm sure it's tinted on the other side. You're
It's
fine.
I don't know if it is, but I stayed there, like 2 weeks in a row, and on the second one, I looked at the actual bathroom door, from the sleeping part, and that door has clear glass, at both the top and bottom of the door, so a very tall or a very short person can just look in and watch what you're doing. Yeah, are you okay? Are you gonna get any of those chips into your mouth?
I don't think so. This floor is those new like life proof floors, which is great for like, easy mopping.
Yeah.
But I'm walking around barefoot feeling every crumb that I've left. So now I'm like anti crumb this
Are
week.
you sure those are your Chromes?
No,
Yeah.
don't tell. Oh, gross. Stop it.
So that brings up another thing. You gonna walk around barefoot in your hotel room? What about down the hall? You
You
wanna
you
go
already
down?
won't walk. You won't walk through a lobby with flip flops on. I'm very open about my
I
feet,
will
my body image.
I will walk to the pool flip-flops, yeah.
But you don't want people seeing your feet.
But say you just wanna get some ice, you wanna go down the hall to the ice bucket.
Flip flops.
Not barefoot?
Sometimes.
You think about all the things that that robot vacuum is not sucking up.
I have a lot of faith in the robot vacuum.
More
I
so
also
than
live with 4 children, so, like, my floor is never clean ever anyway.
I also think that being exposed to as much as we do just in the flight deck, every germ that every other person has left behind has really strengthened our immune systems. So I don't that's why I don't worry about bed bugs and all that other jazz.
My kids and my wife passed around a pretty nasty bug the last few weeks, and I managed to dodge it. I mean, I was right in the thick of it with them too. I
It's
got one of those
because
big, smushy toddler kisses, and I'm like, "Ah, here it goes." Like, "That's it." And nope, I'm fine. So, it's gotta be all the germs we see at work.
made of steel. Well done. All right, let's talk about amenities. Things that are in the room for our enjoyment. Well, you're in this particular room for several days, are you not?
Yeah, I got 4 days and an AC.
Yeah. So what do they provide you to
Well,
enjoy yourself
speaking
for?
of AC, hang on.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you know what I'm getting at here?
I think I might.
Yeah, the air conditioning, like, controller box. I have a Nest at home. I go on my phone. I'm like, "It's too cold. Let's turn it up a couple degrees." I do it. I'm like, I don't even get up and look. I don't even know where it is in my house anymore. I just
Same.
know it's Wi-Fi.
Me too.
Right? It's awesome. It's a system. But these hotels, they're micromanaging my comfort. Do they micromanage your comfort?
They do, and they tell me how cold I'm allowed to be, uh, and they tell me that when it's time to cool down or heat up, we're going to make it as noisy as possible for you.
The audacity of these people to tell me that I cannot have 67 degrees, but I can have 68.
Yeah, yeah.
Or we're gonna set your room to 76 because we care about the environment. You don't care about the environment. You care about your electricity bill. Let's be honest.
Is that a summertime setting, 76? Because it sounds pretty warm in the winter.
Well, if in the warmer climates, they don't keep it cold. They like leave it warm so that it doesn't have to work hard, right? While you're not there. And then you come in and crank it down. And then I gotta what comes with cranking it down? The noise.
Sure, a lot of noise.
And then usually it's like an overcrank, like it's 64 actual, but it's still indicating 68 on the box before it figures out that it's the 68 that I want for the night.
It never feels right, does it? No.
No, and it's a disjustice. It's an injustice to every hotel stayer. Just leave everything at 70 and let us go up or down from there, please.
And also, then if they make it as cold as they wanna make it like that, then you get in the bed and you're freezing, right? So you need some covers. Covers don't exist in hotel rooms anymore.
No, there's no comforter. There is a sheet
I
and
get
another thicker sheet.
and sometimes they will do like a, mattress pad sandwich where the sheets 2 sheets surrounding a mattress pad, which
That's
is
what I have. That's what I have right
yeah,
now. I like
yeah,
it. I'm okay with that.
that's not covers. I get so thrilled.
You
It's
have your
like
own pillow.
I do have my own pillow, but what I also want is an extra blanket, and I jump for joy if I find one in the room, because that is coming out. That is coming out, it's going on the bed, and then I'm gonna crank it down and make it cold as I can, and
So
kinda
in order for that to happen, there has to be like that queen bed, sofa bed thing in your room. Because that reason that bag with the extra comforter and sheets are in that closet is to put on the sofa bed if you have somebody sleeping in it.
Well, I put it on the regular bed when I'm
Of
sleeping in.
course you do. There's so
Yeah.
many people that do, and then they're like, ugh, like when they go to clean your room, you're
Let me
more
ask
stuff
you
they
this
have to
though.
do.
Let me ask you this. You ever done this? You got a room with 2 beds. The temperature's inadequate, the covers are inadequate. You strip one bed and you double up the covers on the bed you're sleeping in.
Dude, I'm a sleeping heat bomb. I need it. I sometimes I sleep just a sheet, so I don't have that problem.
Yeah, I like a cold room to sleep in with lots of covers.
I do. I like a cold room too, but I have my sheet. What'd you call that? Sheet, mattress pad, sheet. That's my combo right now.
A mattress pad sandwich?
And I overheated last night. I ended up ripping off half of it in my
Did you?
sleep down to just a
Oh,
sheet in the
no.
morning. So I just generate a lot of heat when I sleep, I guess. But that's not the hotel's problem. That's a me problem.
But the hotel should provide you with enough amenities that no matter how weird you are, you can make it work.
Yes. How weird. You mean like the prints on the windows
That's
for searches?
Speaking of
Uh,
windows, I gotta tell you,
oh boy.
we stayed at a hotel in downtown Cleveland that kinda opened into a courtyard on the backside, and there was another building, so it's kinda like a courtyard between these 2 buildings. Somehow they were connected, but I, um, I opened my window, or the window was open. You get to the room and you strip down out of your pilot costume, and sometimes you do a few other things before you put your regular street clothes on, and I realized I was kinda parading nearish this window in a state of complete undress one day.
Nice. I love doing that.
Well, I I happened to look out the window, and I realized what was in the other building on the other side of that courtyard.
Was it like office space?
Oh, it was a church.
Nice.
Yeah, there was church service going on. I could see all the parishioners, and if they looked, they probably could see all of me.
So that is one thing I've got to give. I don't know. That's not really praise to the hotel. It's just being in a private space. I can do that. Like
Yeah.
I'm comfortable to just leave the shower and walk around.
In fact, I'm given to understand there was actually a court case of a pilot who was parading around with all of his goods in front of
Mhm.
his window, and, some
Was that the
people.
Chicago Hilton?
I don't know where it happened, but I don't know if he was captured on film or somehow he got, charged with a crime of indecent exposure. And do you know what
He got
happened?
off the hook. He
He
got off
got
the
off the
hook.
hook. Yeah,
Absolutely. You shouldn't be looking.
that's right. That's what they said. You're entitled to a certain amount of privacy, as if that hotel were your home.
I agree with that 100%. It's the peeping Tom rule. Like, yes, we have windows. It's for natural light. It's for visibility. It's for fire safety. Fine. You're don't be looking in windows unless it's a store. And if it's a store, nobody should be naked in there anyway.
Yeah, although it did give me pause when I saw that toilet next to the floor-to-ceiling window looking out over Austin.
Would love that. So we had a cruise ship we went on. It had like a floor to ceiling window. And the most peace I had was just like anywhere I looked, it was like panoramic bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have a toilet with panoramic views. I mean, I stare at my phone the whole time anyway.
I was on a cruise ship that had that right behind the toilet. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Oh man. Oh boy.
Alright,
The
here's
bathrooms. I think we covered the
no,
bathrooms,
no,
right? This
no, we haven't, because there's one more I wanna talk about. This is a hotel down in Miami, another European boutique hotel, which is almost giving away the name of the place. It has a bathroom. It's really out of sight, if I must be honest, and it's one of these hotels that I also can't stand because of the lights that drive me nuts, and they're going on and off all the time. It's a really nice room except for the lights, and the bathroom has this shower that has, like, 7 jets that are all over the place, and the shower itself is all, glass enclosed and looks out over the bed. So you're laying in the bed next to the shower, which is all glass. Now there is a shade that can come down and give the bathroom privacy through the shower, or you can leave it up and watch whatever's going on. But the shower itself has this, like I said, 7 jets. So it has the overhead, that rainforest shower head. Have
Yeah,
you
yeah,
ever
yeah, straight down like rain. Yeah.
I hate those.
Why?
I had one because there's no water pressure. And
Okay, it's
also
just leaking water on you. I get it.
it's just straight down, and I don't want it coming I need it coming at an angle so that I
Why?
can.
Because you've always had it that way?
Yes.
Get with the times.
I don't want my head completely covered in water at all times during the
My
shower.
downs okay, to your point, like, if you wanna hit, like, certain sides of your body, like, rotating around won't
Yeah.
change that. It's still coming down on top, right? I
Mhm.
get it.
Well,
But it's
this
not
part
yeah, it's not a pressure water.
well, this hotel has that, but it also has 4 jets coming out of the wall, shooting right at you.
That's awesome. Those are really popular in newer showers, nationwide.
And then
Does it
there
coordinate with the music?
I didn't try any music. Then there's the regular shower head on the wall at an angle, and then I believe maybe a handheld there's 7 jets in this shower, but it's such a disappointment to me every time I get in it because I want all those 7 jets hitting me all at the same time. And I have found that if I want to adjust the temperature, the water pressure goes down. So I
Oh,
either
that's a plumbing problem for the hotel,
uh,
not
well,
for the chain of hotels. I wouldn't blame the
but it's such a glorious looking thing to look at, and then you step in and you expect this experience and you get something completely different.
so they put a system in that's meant for, like, a legitimate amount of water pressure, and then they don't have that, so the product that you install doesn't perform as it's meant to. But if you go to, like, somebody's house that has that, it's a magical experience.
I did, in fact, and they had that, and I said, do they all" he said, "Yeah, they can have them all on at the same time, great pressure."
Uh-huh.
He didn't offer to let me use it, though.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, my buddy, oh, I can't remember when he put it in, but it choreographs to, like, your music on your Bluetooth.
Fun.
So you'll have, like, down water at the rain shower part, and then, like, one other jet, if you want it, can do, like, full time, and then the other, like, the 7 wall jets that hit the side of you will, like, "Thunderbolts and lightning," right? And it'll, like, go back and forth.
Is it sputtering at you
They
then?
shoot off with the beat. It was so cool, and it was, like, lighting inside of it, making the water change colors. It was, like, a whole experience.
I don't know if I'd like that. The
I
lighting
don't know
sounds
if I'd have
I
time to
don't know.
appreciate it because,
I
like, I
think you
gotta
should
get in
try
and
it
get
at
out.
least once, though. Try it at
Yeah.
least once. I'll tell you this, though. This is the one thing I did like about that shower. With those jets on the wall, they were at the right angle because that shower also has a bidet. The bathroom, that fancy hotel
Don't take your dumps in the shower, everybody. Come on.
hold on, everybody. Now let me stop you for a second. The bathroom has a bidet, and everybody was raving about the bidet. "Oh, I love staying at that hotel. It's got that bidet." And I was like I was real nervous to try the bidet. I was afraid of just the actual mess that I anticipated.
Was it a mess or no?
Well, I was expecting water everywhere. It's
Me
just
too. That's what I think, yeah.
I'm gonna, position myself and I don't know what kind of water pressure you need for that job, but it seems like a lot. And, at that at that pressure, is it gonna, like, shoot me off into space? And then there's water that I'm gonna have to clean up, so, um, I found the bidet lacking, but those jets on the wall, perfect height.
So you can use the shower jets to bidet, is that what you're saying? That's gross.
After the fact.
Okay, alright. I never wanna shower in there again. That's gross. It's truly gross. That's probably the grossest thing that's been said in the show.
Well, it's not the only way that I cleaned, just ugh,
Okay, alright. A little
moving
TMI there. TMI.
moving on.
Alright, so the towels we were talking about how you use them all. Have you ever seen, and this is maybe a little tacky, but have you seen them, like, tell the way they secretly tell you they're gonna charge you for missing items in the room, but they deliver it to you in a fake classy way. Like, due to the popular demand of our hotel towels, if you elect to keep these towels or the clock or the radio, if you elect to take the TV home with you, we will bill your room.
It's a very simple convenience fee.
It's just a convenience fee.
Eh,
It's so disgusting. Like,
you're
just tell us people
you're
steal stuff
welcome
from
to
this
take
hotel.
everything you want, but you will, find it itemized on your bill.
If I wanted those towels so bad, I wouldn't buy their used ones that get washed every day. I would get new ones for that price, especially.
Oh, but what if you wanna take it down to, like, the beach or something? Is that
Okay,
allowed?
I'm huge on vacation. I abuse towel policies when I go on family vacations. I always take their hand towels for like when I'm fishing and I need to wipe my hands after I cut bait, right? Like, I'm gonna let them wash those towels. Those aren't gonna be my beach towels that I'm wiping bait off my
Oh
hands with.
god, you're putting, like, bloody bait on the hotel towel. Do you bring it back to the hotel
Squid.
then?
I do, and then I wrap it in one big towel and leave it for the laundry people.
That's horrible.
It is not.
They need to burn
People,
it.
hey, you were the one washing bidet style in the shower,
It goes
so
down the drain.
it does, but it's all over the spritz, the air. It gets aerosolized.
You got
Like,
7 jets, it gets washed away.
all right, I sure hope so, and I really hope they sanitize those showers after every. That's what if they don't? What if they just give it a wipe with a dirty towel
I
and
don't
move
know.
like I said
I
they
don't know.
do? Oh my gosh! All right, so if you take things, if you take things from the hotel like they bill your room, what happens if you? I can't. I can't.
What do you
Like,
think?
what else can you take from the room that they'll bill you for? Like, it's like I really like this couch. Like, I'm just gonna
It
just throw it on
depends.
my room charge.
Whether you got a room with a balcony? Yeah, how are you gonna get it out the door? That's the question.
I don't know. It's a great ball. How did they get it in here? They didn't put it in before the walls were up. They all have to fit through
Man,
somehow.
rock and roll music in the '80s, they were famous for trashing hotel rooms. They just got a bill, right?
Yeah, but those rock and roll bands could afford to buy the hotel if they wanted
I
to.
don't know. I heard some horrible stories when I was a stewardess about, things that would happen in hotel rooms in
Flight attendant.
yeah, Amsterdam. You ever heard of
Oh yeah,
Amsterdam?
I have. Heard
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a party town.
some debauchery was going on in some of those hotel rooms that,
Nice.
I would not wanna be the housekeeper after the
Putting
fact.
handprints on mirrors in the bathroom.
And other
Yeah.
prints.
I like my lobby coffee if it's free.
Lobby coffee.
So you know how like some of these places they're like, oh, you can have a Starbucks coffee for $5.95 or something in the lobby. I'm like, no, I just want like a pot and some sugar and cream.
Don't they usually provide that in
Fine.
the hotel room?
They have them in the room, but they don't always have a creamer. And I'm a creamer guy, right? I like
There's
French
always
vanilla,
creamer.
hazel. No, it could be that
Yeah.
dry powder. I've gone where it's just like okay, fine. I'm a little spoiled. I like flavored creamer. Okay, French vanilla, hazelnut, whatever they'll put out there. So most of these hotels do have that with breakfast. French vanilla, hazelnut. Maybe they spice it up and do Irish cream for the holiday or something. Well, one hotel I stayed at a lot. I think I have 400 nights in that hotel
That's
over
a
my
lot of
career. That
nights.
specific hotel. I knew the staff by first name. And one day the owner decided to get rid of the creamer. No more, no more coffee mate French vanilla or hazelnut.
Because very few people use that stuff, right?
Baloney. It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's more expensive than just saying, here's a tub of milk in a in a jug of ice, which is what it switched to. So I complained. And then the next week when I was back, I complained. And then the next week when I was back, this is ridiculous. Let me talk to the owner. they they were like, Mr. Million, we know that you stay here a
Captain
lot.
Million.
That's right, Captain Million. We know you stay here a lot. We know that that's like a big thing for you. Like 3 times a day, I'd go get a cup of coffee, put my French vanilla in it the first time, hazelnut the second time. Maybe I'll mix them both together for the like. I do a lot of coffee,
You
and if
cost them a
they're,
lot of money.
I think staying 400 nights within a 10-year span made them a lot of money. Just me. So they, it was legitimate. I was like, this is frustrating because now I have to like walk somewhere and spend $6 on a coffee when those creamers costed 10 cents. Like I'll pay you for them. And they were like, I got an idea. And this was so cool about knowing these people by first name basis. They got the creamer I like and they put it in the back fridge in
Just
the
for you.
hotel.
Was it
Yes.
just for you?
It was for Captain Million right there on the late
Nice.
like a masking tape and a Sharpie
That's
marker.
fantastic.
It had my name and my company, so I could just say, "Hey, it's got this on the back, my
I love
name,"
it. I
and
love
they'd
it.
go back and grab my. And it was so like they must actually appreciate me.
You know what I'm doing? I'm gonna start doing that. I've started. I'm not at the Captain Million getting his personal creamer stage yet, but I really am on a quest to get a presidential suite in one of these hotel rooms. You know?
Like the best suite,
Yeah, the
the
best
big
one.
one.
Yeah, because how many times do you think somebody is staying in that expensive suite on any random Tuesday night?
No, because it takes like 3 housekeepings worth
Yeah.
of, like, manpower to clean
So
that afterward.
it's just sitting there empty, wasted. Why not let me have it for a night?
Okay, so we know from your previous experience on this show that you leave a room the way you found it.
Yes,
You are the perfect candidate
I am.
to try that suite out.
I am. You know what I need to do? I need to here, everybody, you listen to this podcast about my hotel experiences. Not this particular one, because they'll be like, we don't want this
Other
guy.
one
He's gonna
about how you
complain.
yeah.
The other one. And when I come back next time, you will know. You'll just have it ready for me laid out because
You should record just the bit about how you leave hotel rooms.
yeah,
Like, get a snippet, a 10-minute snippet, and then make the front desk person listen to 10 minutes of our podcast
I'm
as you're
gonna do
checking
that.
in, and then be like, "See, it's national news. You can trust me to take care of your big suite."
Well, I'm on a quest. As you got your creamer, I'm on a quest before I retire to get a presidential suite.
Do you wanna know what being really nice to the staff at a hotel got me once?
Creamer?
It wasn't the presidential suite, it was a hot tub suite.
You got a hot tub suite.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I was staying for, like, 3 weeks in one of the same hotel. I think it was in Saginaw, maybe it was Saginaw, Michigan. Anyway,
I've been to Saginaw, Michigan. I can
yeah,
picture a hot tub suite there.
no, it was nice. So, okay, I didn't have it initially, but I had stayed the first, like, 10 days, seeing these people every morning, every evening, go fly, come back, go fly. We were doing, like, a daily schedule thing, and got to know the staff, first name again. "Good morning, Jane," "Hi, hey, Rich,"
Sure.
Um, and then I said, "Hey, I got a couple days off in the middle of my flights, and my family's coming up. They're gonna see me. I wanna see them." I had 2 kids at the time, and I said, "Oh, my 2 little ones," and "Oh, how old?" And I told them, and they were like, "Oh, they're gonna have so much fun to come see you. Hey, hang on a second. How settled are you with your room?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's a room. Can I? Oh, it's in a king room." And I was asking them if they could do a double queen so we can have room for the kids. And they said, "We got a better idea. Your kids like swimming?" I was like, "Yeah. What 5-year-old and 2-year-old doesn't?"
Yeah.
So they moved me to the hot tub suite
Nice.
for the weekend, like for 3 days.
That's
And
cool.
the kids were playing and splashing, and I cleaned it all up. Like, I'm not gonna make them punish them for doing something good for me.
Is this a hot tub right in the middle of the room, or was the hot tub in the bathroom portion of the room?
It was separating both. So there was like a bathroom, and then there was this like I want to feel like it was like shutters, like wooden shutters in a
Okay.
wall,
Okay.
and those shutters like a shutter door. I don't know,
So
like
you
a
could
closet
open
door.
it. So you could be in
You
the
could
hot
access the
tub.
bathroom from the hot tub, and you could
Mhm.
also access the room from the hot
I
tub.
just imagine all the water that those kids got all over that room.
No, they were really good about it. I did what you said with the towels. I surrounded everything with towels to make sure it didn't. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it was really nice to them. And then when my family went home, I was like, "Hey, I'm all set. Thanks. I cleaned it as best I could." They were like,
Alright,
"Oh,
well,
great, awesome." Back to the king bed I went.
I'm gonna be, schmoozing my way up to that presidential
You,
suite one of these days,
you
yeah.
know what happens though in your environment? How many people walk up to the desk when you go to check in? Is it two?
Usually.
Wait till that person goes up. Like ahead,
Oh,
like hang
my
back,
wait
or
wait t get rid of my FO and then,
yeah,
yeah,
the FO.
mine. And
We're
then,
gonna do this every episode, aren't we?
yes, yes. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. See where I'm
Because
gonna be.
because they get pressured into if I do it for one, I've got to do it for both, and that becomes a serious inconvenience.
That's true.
And you don't do it with anybody around, so that they don't nobody can see them doing nice things because they'll get punished for that. Like no good deed goes unpunished. Now, if it's no line, you walk up and be like, "Hey, you want to like check a bucket list item off for me? Like, can I buy you a
Oh,
coffee or buy
what
you
a way to
lunch?
put it. Oh, I need to bring you with me, but I'm gonna kick you off to the
This
curb
is
when I
why we
pull
do
this
this
off.
show. This is why we
Yeah,
do this show. This is
because,
where to
I mean,
change
think
the.
about it. If you're in Kansas City on some Tuesday night in October, nobody's staying in that suite. You know what? As long as the room they give me has a place to sit, a luggage rack to put my suitcase on.
That's not even a guarantee anymore.
I know.
Okay, you said about AC, right? There's no luggage rack in my AC, but they do have that really nice bench that's like hard topped.
Right.
It's at the height for a
I
suitcase.
think that's meant for the suitcase.
Well, the hard part's the suitcase. The soft part next to it's you're sitting to put your shoes on bench, which
Do you trust that thing to sit on?
love it. I
You
love it. It's
look
perfect. All
underneath
of
and
my
see how is it supported.
so underneath is my flip flops, then my shoes, then my work shoes.
Yeah, but what's holding that thing if you sit down, is it gonna fall
Hold,
off the
please.
wall?
Please hold. I'm going to put you on a brief hold.
Oh,
Please
for
hold.
crying out loud. He's going to look. He's been in this hotel for 4 days. He's now looking at this thing for the first time. Unbelievable. And what's he gonna do? I haven't seen him
There are
sit on it,
4 support beams across 12 feet. So that is roughly every 3 feet.
so it should support a person of your immense heft.
Based on the high mirror handprints, these things can support anybody.
Okay, but yeah, no, luggage racks, I love to have because if you don't, it's either on the floor, which is no good,
No, you put it on the seat,
or you put it on
the
the
bedside
seat
seat.
if there is a seat. We used to stay in listen, we used to stay in this one place in Atlanta, um, downtown. I'm gonna say the name of it. Big love this hotel, except I can't remember the name of it. It was a Hyatt downtown. In fact, I'm watching a movie one time. The movie is I can't remember the name of the movie. They shot part of it in this lobby. I said, "That's our hotel there." Big, giant atrium, like 20 stories high, rooms surrounding it, really nice big rooms, comfortable rooms. But a part of this hotel is a separate section of a tower that is like cylindrical tower and also hotel rooms. And that's where they used to put the flight crews. And
Oh, that's
these
cool. So you
rooms,
got the Coke can hotel. It looks like a
well,
can of Coke.
right, but here's the problem, when you make a room out of a cylinder, you can't make a square or a rectangular room, it has to be pie-shaped to fit
Oh,
into this
that
cylinder.
sounds like an OCD nightmare
Yeah.
episode, whatever we published.
Well, and then to squeeze them all into this room, these pie shapes are very small, it's a very small slice of pie, and so there's no counter space in the bathroom. There's a sink and, maybe an inch to put your toothbrush and your shaving gear and all that other jazz. And there's a seat. So it's sit in the seat or put your bag on the seat because there's no luggage rack and the closet is really tiny.
Help me out
Um,
here. Was the
yeah.
door the pointy tip of the pie, like the entry door to your
Yes.
room?
Yes.
And so it just progressively got wider. And I'm guessing at the very back was the bed.
Bed was kind of in the middle.
Well, that
It
sucks.
it was
Okay.
another yeah, it was another one of these ones that had a window looking from the bathroom onto the bed. So and it was like one of those frosted windows too. So you can't see in there, but you go in there, you turn a light on, and now you're illuminating your bed for your partner.
I do have a positive to that, I think. Would that mean that there's less of a walk from the elevator to the room since it's all right there in the core of the
Yes.
pie, in the middle of the
Yes.
pie?
Yes. There was that.
It's like the little table that's in the middle of your pizza pie is like where you would come in and then you just all the doors are it. Okay, cool. I'm kind of imagining this like a pizza.
So that's your positive. The negative to having the hotel, elevator right there is that you can hear every activity right outside your door.
Everyone can hear everything
Everyone.
from that
Everyone.
elevator. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
so this is a grievances episode, but I keep being an optimist here and trying to find the silver linings to
Well,
things.
you're trying too hard. Like I said, if you look for things, you're gonna find them.
Like do not disturb signs on the floor instead of door handles. I always find those.
Oh, that's interesting that you find those because the hotel staff never seems to notice them.
They just walk right in, even though you meant to hang them on the door. They don't stay there. That's the problem. If there's got to be a way to keep them on.
There's a pressure change that occurs when the door opens, and a gust of wind always takes that do not disturb sign off of the door when you open that door.
Okay, well, let's change the hotel industry forever. Tell me a better do not disturb sign. I have one that I've seen that I loved, and it was a magnet
Okay, magnet's good.
because the base of these new electronic key doors, it was like basically metal. And even if it doesn't stay on that, you can stick it on the door frame because all commercial door frames are like steel framed.
I got a
And
better
even if
one
it
for
looks
you.
painted, okay, go.
Some of these hotels, including the one with the magnificent 7 spigot shower, have a switch on the wall inside the room. You
I think
flip
you
a
told me about
switch.
this in a different episode.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing, and I
You
haven't seen them.
you flip the switch and it illuminates a light on the outside of your door area.
So
Occupied,
it's
do
like the
not.
on-air switch for our show,
Yeah,
which my kids
exactly.
never, they always
Exactly.
ignore it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says, "Do not disturb," or "Come on in and clean."
Okay.
By the
But
way,
even if you put the come on in and clean, they don't come clean because they, oh, we've reduced our housekeeping to every other day. Sorry.
honestly, do you some of the do not disturbs have a come and clean on the other side of it? Have you ever invited them in to clean? Now, you're in this room for several days. You might want it cleaned,
I
but
do want one, but they're like, oh, we don't do that, but every other day. And
oh,
so, but I don't need it I need it on the third day. I'm good for 2 days in a row. That's, that's what I can do before I'm like, give me another towel, give me another soap, give me another sheets or whatever. Yeah, that's I'm a 3-day per cleaner.
That's good. That's okay. It's like it's a home. How often do you wash your towels at home?
I have 4 kids. Well, that machine runs twice daily with clothes and towels and such. And we also have the garage hot tub, so we go through a lot of towels.
I'm
So,
sorry.
bad
You
question. Pick another
okay.
question.
It's okay. Okay. You gonna go swimming
This hotel?
or any hotel?
Yes, I keep a bathing suit and flip-flops in my bag at all times. You never know where you're gonna end up with this job.
That's right.
I do intend to go to the pool this morning. It was 60 and the water was cold, but this particular hotel has a really cool pool lounge where there's chase lounges built into the shallow end of the pool. So like
Oh, yeah,
your
I've seen
butt and
those.
your feet are in the water, maybe your hands, but not like your chest and knees. So I plan to try that out. It's gonna be about 88 today
That's
by dinner
perfect.
time. It is.
Sunscreen.
But
Use
but the
sunscreen.
waters are really cold. I don't do sunscreen. I'm tan.
Well, okay.
Giving out
Good.
some detailed information about the identity of
You're
Richard
you're
Million.
you're beyond tan, but
A natural, genetically tan.
yeah, those genetics will still burn. I'm just
What do they
telling you.
call what do they
You know
call
what I
this
wear?
pigmented challenge? Or
You know what I wear? 52-year-old man. Do you know what I wear when I go swimming? I
tell
wear
me
one of
it's not
those.
60 SPF sunscreen.
I do use a high SPF, but, uh, when my kids were little, you have little kids. When you send them out to the pool, the beach, whatever, we put all of our kids in those swim shirts, right? Every single one of us,
Rash guards?
every parent does this, right?
Yeah, the
And
50 SPF
we do
rash
all
guards.
this stuff to protect our kids, and one day my kid said he looked at me, he's like, "I don't wanna wear that. I want a no shirt like you, dad." And I looked at him, I said, "Why am I going to all this effort to protect his skin and not my own?"
Because you're that much closer to death anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oh, man, I still got 80 years to go.
80 more? Yeah.
78.
I
130,
agree.
that's a
I
nice
agree
round.
with your point. I also so when we're on our boat or on the beach, I do wear those SPF 50 rash guard shirts. I use Columbia PFGs. That's my favorite brand. Go ahead and send me a free one, Columbia.
The shirt is easy to put on and off. It protects you from the sun, and it cuts down on your sunscreen use too. So you load up on sunscreen, and then you go down to the pool, and you get all wet, and you come back, and you got a wet bathing suit. But now it's
Okay.
time to leave the hotel.
No, it's not. I don't shower that close till departure time. Come on.
Yeah,
I keep plastic bags in my suitcase, like
there.
those
This is
reusables.
where I was going. So, it doesn't matter if you go swimming first thing in the morning. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that bathing suit is still dripping wet. You've hung it up in
I
your shower.
disagree.
You've hung it up in your unless you have a balcony in a southern sunny area to
No,
hang
I
it,
use the hair dryer, man. Use the
I've
hair
done
dryer.
I've done that, almost set it on fire.
Yeah, you talked about that in one of the
Yeah,
episodes
yeah.
too. I remember us talking about it. But hey,
No,
you could, I have a freezer bag, like a Ziploc freezer quart bag, gallon bag, or whatever those bags are. I learned a lesson with that though. You need to remember to remove it from that bag. it
yeah,
does it does not air out, and it'll be the most moldy, disgusting item a few weeks later when you
understood.
find it.
But the other thing that you can do, the other option, the whole point I was getting to is the laundry bag hanging in the closet.
Okay, I don't like that.
You don't like the laundry bag?
Not for wet clothes because it has holes in it to air it out. It's meant for dry laundry.
Okay. It does have holes, but I use it because it mostly keeps my wet clothes from getting on my dry clothes. But have you ever think about this? Now you're in this hotel for 5 days. You ever use the laundry at the hotel?
I do. So I didn't on this trip because I brought enough stuff where I don't need to. But I have a little packet of quarters and a little. I think I swear we covered this in an episode already.
I
I
think we
bring
did.
laundry detergent
I
with
think we
me.
did. Yeah.
I bring quarters. I bring a couple dryer sheets in a Ziploc bag. I'm ready for it if I have to because not because I'm that like need to be prepared, but they rip you, they gouge you so hard in the lobby for laundry stuff. Like it's $3 for laundry detergent for one load, and if you go to like a
Yeah.
Walgreens, like $3 will get you 10 loads of laundry. But you're not going to carry that jug back with you in the airplane.
You're not gonna go hunting for your local laundromat either, are you?
And I don't need 32 dryer sheets. I need two, but why am I spending $5 for two dryer sheets? It's just a nightmare. I just bring it with me. I'm ready if I need to. And then I can stiff them by putting the dollar in the machine, and that's it.
And
In
then
fact, I can wash it in the sink and use the dryer to dry it.
and then they can stiff you back by not giving you points for your hotel stay.
They do. They tell me how much they love my loyalty, but then they're just randomly, and then I'll be calling them, bothering them like every couple days after I leave. How many times does
Yeah.
that happen to you?
Oh, almost never because it's with the airline gig, it's like, yeah, you don't get points. Doesn't matter. They'll give you a stay sometimes. And honestly, I don't know the difference between points and a stay, but somehow
Oh,
stay
big
doesn't
time.
seem as good as points.
Yeah, it feels like you're just like you're not really a person. You're
They're
just a
just giving you
number.
lip service. They're just humoring us. Oh well.
I
I
agree. I'm still fighting with them because it still says Jonathan on my TV. This is going on 36 hours with the
I'm
wrong
telling
person's
just be
name.
Jonathan. Just go down to the desk, say, "Listen, I'm Jonathan. I'd like to cash in whatever,
Yeah,
goodwill I have."
I'd like a cash advance on my room.
Maybe Jonathan could get the presidential suite.
Probably where Jonathan is right now, and
He
he
might
left.
be.
Yeah, he left me with this.
He's up
Oh,
there.
jeez.
He's up there downloading all the episodes to Cats on Guard.
That would be cool. Hey, you know what? I'll talk to you about it after we sign off. I've got an idea.
Okay, good. Is this
Yeah.
an idea that will make it to the show, or is this like
This is for marketing. It's more of a
real
business
life stuff?
meeting than an episode. Do you want a business
Okay.
meet during the episode? I don't think we're already an hour into this. It's too much for everybody.
It's way too much. It's time to sign
You'll
off.
see our marketing ventures. Yeah.
Everybody's already checked out. They've gone past the
Did
late
they mobile
checkout.
check out or did they
Maybe.
personal check out at the desk?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I usually just drop the key in the box.
Well,
All right.
everybody,
Listen, I'm Captain MC Howe.
go Captain Richard Million.
We'll see you next time.